YouTube channel. Welcome to Heels and Faces. Heels and Faces. I'm Falsetto.
Zero.
What the hell was that? What's up with that?
Okay, Hurricane.
That is, of course, a very special episode. It's episode number 10. Such a crazy year, but we've thoroughly enjoyed it. You guys have been so supportive of us. And if you haven't already, please make sure that you subscribe,
Like, share this video, man. Let's get it cool. And
of
course, man, it is the end of the year. Once Ben and Donny, prize giving.
Oh, halala.
Halala. But Falsetto, what are we bringing to the people today?
We got some 4 categories for you. We've got Tag Team of the Year, we've got Man of the Year, Woman of the Year, as well as Match of the Year. And I think we should get started with Tag Team of the Year.
Of course, man. I mean, Heels and Faces, obviously.
Hey! And we've got 2 contenders here. We've got the Street Profits, who are the current SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and we've got the New Day, who are the Raw Tag Team Champions.
Hey,
Who do you think should be going?
But man, how amazing is it that these two are like black excellence, man?
Yeah, just like they're black, man.
Yeah, I wanted to swerve a bit, but I mean, let's just put it
I must say, I'm really proud of that, and the fact that they're both sort of entertaining groups, but they're funny, but they're not jokes.
Exactly.
They know when to get serious, and we saw them get serious just now a few weeks ago at Survivor Series when they clashed to decide as the best of the best. And I feel like that sort of did decide actually who should be the Tag Team of the Year.
Exactly.
Street Profits, do you agree?
Easily, man, easily.
Because they want the smoke. But
is
no
it an
doubt,
explosion or a... No.
It's both. But I think no doubt, besides the fact that they beat the New Day at Survivor Series, it's the fact that they've been tag team champions since Feb.
Yeah.
And also the fact that they only debuted on the main roster like last year, but the fact that they've been relevant all this time, kept their titles, not win, lose, kept it all the way through.
Because I actually saw a lot of people fall off during COVID, when they were like, we didn't even have the Thunderdome. Because a lot of people just faded into the darkness. Yeah. But not the Street Profits. They were very entertaining throughout the year.
Shout outs to them. Tag Team of the Year, definitely. Ding, we give you a cup, a red solo cup.
But moving on to Woman of the Year. We have 2 contenders for this. We have, obviously, Bayley and Asuka. But I personally feel like Sasha Banks also could have been in contention. Because I mean, she had, look at the talents. Look at the talents that she had. She had the Raw Women's Championship.
For how long?
I mean, 27 days. But she was also up there with Bayley throughout the year.
But Bayley was carrying her, to be honest. Let's look at Bayley's credentials here. Bayley turned heel towards the end of last year. Everyone was like sort of not sure. I mean, this is the lovey-dovey, waggy inflatable Bayley. Cleanest baby face you can think of, and she went heel, but she was so successful. Held the SmackDown Women's Championship for 380 days, over a full year.
That's the
longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion, and the whole time I think she carried not just SmackDown but Raw and NXT at a point with Sasha. Yes, I will concede.
That is true.
But I think for me, Bayley is number 1. But we can't forget Asuka as well. She did do quite well as well, winning Money in the Bank, getting the Women's title. But I think
multiple Raw Women's Championships also.
True. But I think for me, because of the length of Bayley's reign and how relevant she was, I would put her as woman
of the year. Without question, Bayley has had probably the most successful year of her career.
Definitely.
Successful year of her career. Yeah, that's right. No miss guess.
Now we're gonna move. So much slurring. Guys, it's been a long year. Hey. We're moving over from Woman of the Year to Man of the Year. And for here we've got 2 big names. Behemoths. Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. And it's also fitting that we had these 2 clash at Survivor Series, best of the best. And you could argue that, okay, Roman won, so he should be the best. But I personally think no one had a bigger year than Drew McIntyre. Literally from the start of the year to the finish. He won the Royal Rumble, eliminating Brock Lesnar, who eliminated like 13 people out of that Rumble. He beat Brock at WrestleMania. Then he had...
First time.
Bro.
Learn, Roman.
Not after like 4 occasions.
Bruh.
But Drew, I think for me, what was really entertaining is that he also carried the brand. He made the WWE Championship prestigious. He made you feel like, yo, it is important, you know?
So, I mean, not a lot of people can actually make you want to watch wrestling, especially during this weird time.
Yeah.
So
with no fans, imagine.
With no fans.
So
but still, it was very, very interesting.
Drew was like a key part of Monday Night Raw, and I think his feud, particularly with Randy Orton, was so amazing.
Yeah.
So no doubt for me, and Drew was undefeated for most of the year. Actually, only lost.
Actually,
I was mad actually that he lost like a random 6-man tag match like in October. But other than that, he basically had a perfect year.
That's true, actually. But I mean, he had to take an L at some point. I actually think another person that could have been thrown into this hat, I personally feel, who's had a good year, but probably not.
Throw your hat. But I was like, I don't think I want to expose the people to your head.
No. Subscribe. I think Used, the Messiah Rollins, actually could have been in contention up as well, because he's had a really good year as the Monday Night Messiah.
And now the savior of SmackDown. I mean, yeah, he's had a very good year, but for me, it's that he only had the Raw Tag titles for a little bit at the beginning of the year, and I think he was embroiled in the feud with Rey Mysterio for far too long. It got to the point where
there was no conversion.
There was no progress there. So I think Seth, not this year, buddy. Sorry for you. So I'm Team Drew. Does Drew get the trophy?
Right, Drew takes it.
He gets the trophy, he gets the crown, he gets the sword, he gets the kilt. It's all off.
Just put him in a movie now.
Hey, Braveheart 2.0. I'm Drew McIntyre.
Last but not least, match of the year.
This is very tough.
This was actually very tough. We had a plethora of options or matches to choose from this year, but we brought it down to 2 matches which we think were probably the best matches this year, and that is Sasha versus Bayley in Hell in a Cell, and surprise, Drew versus Randy Orton in the Ambulance match.
I will bat for Sasha versus Bayley here. And the reason why, I think for match of the year, number one, you have to look at the complete match. And I think they had a perfect match. The stunts they were pulling there, some of the spots that Sasha was pulling off with the kendo sticks in between the cell and the steps. We had a table put at a weird angle. We had landers in between chairs. Sasha doing all sorts of spins and spots. It was just crazy for me. But also the fact that the build up to the match was absolutely incredible. It's actually not even just a year build, but it's been years in the making. And then they finally had this blow off and Sasha finally winning. So for me, I think this was the best match of the year. It was complete.
I wouldn't agree with that. As much as you said, finally they had the blow off, but I still think in a year, Drew and Randy blew them out of the water.
Whoa.
So, like particularly, I mean, they also had a really, really good build up. Number one, in that obviously at this point in time, Randy Orton was legend killer. He had child legends.
Why wasn't he arrested if he's a legend killer?
Arrest. But yeah, so eventually came a time where Randy and Drew kept going back and forth for weeks on end, and you could honestly believe that these two guys hated each other. To the point where in the ambulance match it was as brutal as it was in the entire build-up, but more so, they actually included those legends that Randy child in the match itself, so that actually complemented the story.
Fair enough. Yeah, we had the cameos from Big Show, Christian, HBK on top of the ambulance.
And last but not least,
Ric Flair.
Woo! Ric Flair drip, baby.
Okay, I think just purely because of that special touch.
Sure.
And we didn't see it coming, Shem. Like, I'll concede. I'll give it to Drew versus Randy. That I suppose is the official Heels and Faces match of the year.
Wow.
There's only the one thing that can top that, and that is woo! This.
I said I was going to DT you. We cut to commercial.
But damn, just going through all these awards, I think it makes us realize what a great year of wrestling it's been in the most weird year ever. Right. The fact that we didn't have fans, we were in the PC for a large portion, then we were at the Thunderdome at some stage, but still the quality was right up there. So I think we definitely have to compliment WWE, the superstars in particular, and also all the fans, man.
All the fans, man.
Even if virtually
even if it was virtually, man, diehard fans till the end. WWE also, I would like to just applaud them for actually not giving up at some stage.
Yeah, they were the one sport that did not stop. Like NBA stopped, soccer stopped at the point. Vince was now like, nah, fam, WrestleMania is gonna happen, and afterwards it will continue.
And they had ties with the president, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, with that said, they still also made sure that their competitors were safe throughout the whole year as well.
Yeah.
So, which was obviously the main thing. But wow, what a year!
Shout outs to wrestling in 2020, and shout outs to all of you once again for watching. Please do tune in when we're back. Season 4 will be loading in 2021. We hope 2021 will be loading. But make sure that you like, you share, you subscribe, keep it tuned here, and do support Heels and Faces going forward. We'll see you in the next one.
Bam!
Woo!